Hello, everybody. It's me, Trader Max from Shogun Crypto. We are here on September 28th, 2024. And I wanted to put this together for you, for all you people that are out there. We just started our pre-launch on Monday. We hit 50% to our soft cap. And I want to talk to you about the PinkSale pre-sale breakdown here. I probably should have put this out a little earlier, but I was getting some feedback on some people not knowing what it was within our own unit. And I'm putting this out to the general public too, so you can know as well. Well, we released the system for a soft cap. And what a soft cap is, it's the number of SOL that the PinkSale wants you to raise in order to show enough qualification of having people who are going to want to buy it. Now, you can set this number. This isn't a preset number. We set it at 150 because we felt like there was going to be more interest to our interior group as well as some of the communities we were working with as well. But we all know that times are tough and people are unsure what the world really is. But we raised 75 SOL right now. Within to be able to do this, we need to raise another 75, which we'll talk about here in a second. A soft cap too low may reflect that it's just we're just gonna want to launch it and keep it low so nobody has to invest. But I'll tell you why investing in pre-sale is important here in a moment. A soft cap too high may be very difficult to have the community start with, which we're experiencing now. Now we learn our lessons, of course. So what happens if the soft cap is not reached? And this is a good protection zone and one of the main primary reasons why we're using pre-sale. If the process isn't met, we at Shogun will lose 4 SOL, which we use to start the project here on PinkSale. That's one of the things. So if you're starting a brand new project on PinkSale, make sure 100% that you are keeping it a very moderate, low to moderate soft cap, because if you don't make it, there's no refunds for the starter SOL that it took you to get this. All your investors will be paid back, of course, if it doesn't meet it. All investors are at the pre-sale are immediately refunded with no penalty, of course. Now, what happens if the soft cap is reached? The coins go straight to Radium and we begin our coin life. But I'm going to break that down for you in one moment. What is the hard cap? Well, when you have a pre-sale, the soft cap is the minimum you need to start your coin, while the hard cap is the maximum you're allowed to collect or should collect for it'll automatically start if you hit it, right? So if we started with 150, we got to make sure that our hard cap is no more than 75% more than the 150. So it has to be 600. So 600 divided by 25% is 150, right? So once we reach that soft cap, we're allowed to launch. But once we reach the hard cap, it has to launch automatically. So anywhere between 150 and 600 SOL, we can launch at any time. So if we do hit our 150 on Monday, the third part of it is time. So when you set the time of it, you can launch anytime before that 7 days. If not, the soft cap has to be met for you to be able to launch. The 600 will be, if it's met, will launch automatically no matter if your 7 days are up or not. We put it for 7 days, or if you meet your 7 days, if you've met the 150 soft cap, then you're launching automatically as well. Now, here's one of my favorite parts and why it's so good for pre-sale here on this side of it. There's a lot of funky stuff with PinkSale. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that they do. It's kind of redundant, and we spend a lot of money in trying to do all that stuff. But we sniffed that out in the very beginning. But one thing I do know for sure is that these 5 systems in here are very, very powerful. The first one, it prevents snipers from getting into the pre-sale. Now, some of you have been in, excuse me, have been in pump and dump systems or pumpfund.network where they start the coin and all of a sudden there's this big rush of automated bots that get in there and throw down money in front of you, and you all, they rug out, and then all of a sudden you're losing all this money because they made money and you're not making money, all this other stuff, or you're buying at a higher amount than they are. Well, all that's bullshit in the world of pump fund and all that stuff. Well, here at PinkSale, they've created a process to where nobody can get in before you except for the dev. And they sort of make it like a fair launch kind of system, that you get an opportunity to buy at the same level of all the other pre-salers, but you get a better rate, a better amount that will come to you. So first off, snipers are not in there, so there's nobody that can rug before you to drop your price down to what you've already paid for it. The only person who can do that is me, and we'll talk about that here in a second. There is a increase in the amount of coins. Boy, I got a frog in my throat. An increase in the amount of coins that you get in pre-sale than you would if you bought them in the regular sale. And it's usually, right now, we made it a 20% difference. We're giving you a 20% increase in the amount of coins you can get for launching with one soul. That's powerful. One soul equals 600 coins. So a half a soul would be 300 coins, 300,000 coins. So you see that there's an advantage to using the pre-sale right now and getting into this system. Okay. All pre-sale investors are protected. When they used to do pre-sales on Twitter and do other things where you would send it to a wallet, there was no protection. You really had to trust the people you were doing. There was no money back. Nobody was getting money back. Everybody was losing money everywhere. This way gave us a very safe way to do this. So if the soft cap is not met, all the money is returned from that process to all of you investors. Okay? Now, the money from investors is preset because how it's split up, we're going to be showing you that, and it's automatic through process. The contract system over in PinkSale is audited already. You can see that right on the website. It's not even a badge. You can buy a badge and get another audit and spend all this money, but we didn't need to do that, so we saved some money. Now, let me give you the breakdown here. When you buy one soul worth, say, just 600,000 coins, okay? Currently, one soul is about $160 right now. It may have dropped down since I'm making this video, but at this time, it was $160 when we were making the video. When you invest that one soul into the pre-sale, here's how the breakdown follows. The first part is very simple. You invest $160, 51% of it, okay, so that's 51% of the, let me go back one screen here. So 51%, let me put up and turn on the pen. So this amount right here is 51%, okay. This is going to go to the liquidity burn, right? So for every soul purchased right here, that's what it's going to go to the process. 49%. Now remember, there is a 5% fee on PinkSale that goes to PinkSale for the overall. So, but these numbers are whatever the liquidity is left over. 51% goes to the LP burn for the liquidity pool, and 49% goes to the build wallet. What does that mean? That means that the person, me, Trader Max, who built the network, will get 49% of all the soul that's coming in, okay, to go to the build wallet. And what is this going to do? Well, the build wallet's going to do one very important thing. It's going to build. And that's very powerful. One of the things is that it's going to stretch out, go to Dex Screener, get some, some stuff on. I'm not worried about advertising and marketing and doing all that stuff yet. Our coin network is all about the community systems. So we're building the volume bot, which is next. We have the raid bot, which we need to get baited out. So we have the raid bot, the volume bot, and of course our Shogun Dex network community center, where communities will be able to go in, sell their tokens directly from the system as well. It'll have its own network, just like our little trading system that we have right now in Telegram. This will be on the own website. Community members will be able to come. You'll be able to chat inside. You won't get ripped up by a bunch of scammers and shammers coming in there, because there is a validation system in there as well. Very powerful in there, that you're going to be able to build this stuff out. And you as a community owner will get 20% of all transactional fees that come through, just like with our trading bot as well. So very powerful system that we're using this network for. Now, the good thing is that from this position, if the soft cap's not met, it doesn't go. But once the soft cap is met and we can push that button, we can get started at any time during that process. Okay? Now, what's the risk to the investors? Well, the biggest risk to the investor is that the only wallet before the investor is the build wallet. That's me. That means that your number, okay, if you spend $160 to buy in, you can't lose your entire amount. One, because I would have to rug out everything before you, and everybody else around you would have to rug as well, and leave the coin, which is a physical impossibility, because, as I'll explain in the end, why I will never rip this thing off because I'm completely doxxed with my dojo and my network and who I am and what I have done in this industry. Okay. Remember that the numbers may vary in PinkSale because of the fees that are there. Okay. Now I want to talk about what the exit plan is. Now every good plan should have an exit. And the exit plan for all of you is there's two parts to this. The first part is going to be, I would like for all of you to hold the coins as much as you possibly can until you get to revenue share, right? If you're one of the top 20 or 25 in our network and you're here for the duration, I want you to realize that I want you to hold on to that as long as you can. And if it's something that you can't hold on to, then the second part kicks in. You can request a meeting with me and say, I would like to do an off-the-chain payment, right? Which won't affect the market, okay? So we'll come up with the cash or collateral to be able to pay you off on the current price value at that point, okay, within fluctuation. And, I'm very approachable in all of this. I want to be able to help you out. Now, if you have to go, if you end up leaving, just communicate with us, just talk with us. I've been in systems where people, maybe they don't trust, but I have to tell you that the network, I'm not really worried about the coin doing well or even bad. It's the pre-sale that we get the money to be able to build the wallet out in order to build the systems. Once we build the systems and we start building into the network, all of our tools and systems, there's millions of dollars going to be coming to us for the revenue share for everybody involved. That goes for the top 25, the top 100, even the retail people. If you're here in the very beginning and you load more than a certain amount of SOL, I want you to come into the Shogun room, tell us what you've loaded up, send over a SOL scan, and we'll get you appropriated to the right spot, okay? I'm not looking to make a whales group and all that stuff, but I am looking for people within our network to contribute to the DAO of what we built. There's a lot of stuff that's happening, but what I want you to do is take a big, deep breath. And we're 75 SOL away at this point of making this dream happen for this part of it. Now, if it does not work out for Monday, one thing we are going to be doing is we're going to be starting it again almost immediately. I'm going to take inventory of the top 25 people that we have in our network. We call them the top 25. And when I do that, I'm going to take inventory of exactly how much they have to put in. So if we have an accumulation of like 80 SOL or 50 SOL, we're going to do a soft launch with it, or a soft cap of 50 SOL. And that means as soon as we redo it again on Monday, we're going to be ready to go live. We'll keep it open for 24 hours and 24 hours only. And then we're going to shoot live into the network. So you'll have that opportunity to be able to get in. But I want you to be able to get in now. If you can help us get to that point and put a few extra dollars into it, please do so. More the merrier in that process. If you put more than 10 SOL, I want you to write me in the DMs inside the network. We're going to have a sit down and talk to you. I'll have a special little deal for you as well. Give you a little founder's marker in that process, and maybe even return some of the SOL to you when we go live. All right. Well, that was a lot. I hope you kind of understand now what we're doing with the PinkSale and why. I don't want you to feel any pressure. I want you to have a big breath. I want you to live your life in this, and I want you to have fun while we build this out, because I sure am. All right, I'll see you next time. I'm Trader Max, and as always, live well.